Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This is Vibe Gaming and today we'll be covering Rust for beginners. Now this is going to be a easy tutorial for beginners playing Rust. A lot of people are kind of lost out there and I figured I'd make a one-stop shop short video for you guys, so let's just jump right into it. Alright, so as you've noticed whenever you've loaded into a server, you start with a rock, right? You're gonna want to go hit a tree. It's a pretty basic thing to do, but you can see on your right side, if you acquire anything in the game, it'll pop up on the right side right next to your health, food, and water levels. And the reason to be mining these trees is that it helps you make tools that'll help you survive in the wilderness, either making more efficient farming tools or weapons to just about anything, and also building bases. There are also stone nodes. Now this is one of them. This is the normal stone. There's three different types of rocks, as I'll have them pop up on the screen on the right and left side. The left side is the metal one, and the right side is the sulfur. They have different color tints to them, but they all give you different resources that'll help you. Now if you get more acquired to the crafting, it's in your inventory. You can hit it. There's a quick craft on the right side for stuff you can make instantly, common items usually, and then there's more of everything else you know. Now with the stone that we mined earlier, we can make more efficient tools like the hatchet. The hatchet will pop up in your tools tab in your crafting, and it does take some time to craft if you're playing on vanilla, which is the normal version, and it'll help you farm more efficiently. There are also nodes on the ground you can pick up. Just pressing E, you can pick up mushrooms, cloth, hemp fibers, all sorts of things. A lot of stuff is easy to pick up, so you better watch out for that. Now they do also have a planting in the game where you can see the time, the age, the health of it, what kind of light it gets. It's kind of complicated, but just basically plant the seeds after you use them. You also, like I said, have a health and a calorie feature where you'll regen health based off the food you have, the comfort level, and there's also animals. Animals are abundant in Rustopia, and this is me chopping down a pig, and these little bastards will attack you once until you attack them, and then they will run away. I'm just making space here, and again, you just get cloth from this, other resources that'll help you make clothes, low-grade fuel. You see animal fat popping up. There's leather for more advanced clothes and stuff like that. Now in the game there are also towns. Towns are all around the map. They'll give you loot that you could not get in other places, such as just in the forests. You can mine down these barrels as well. I highly recommend doing this. It's usually safe way to get resources, but there's also radiation in the game, and as you can see while climbing this tower, I do end up running into it. Now radiation poisoning is really bad for you. You will start rapidly increasing if you're in a radiation zone unless you have a hazmat suit or items of clothing that'll protect yourself against the radiation. Once you reach over 100, you can no longer sprint. Your color of your screen will start turning to more black and white tint, and you will quickly lose health. Now this is me walking away, and radiation is lethal, so you can just pass out just like I did. Now I'm gonna get into the building because it's a pretty fast maneuver here. By holding the right click on your building plan, you can set up foundations, and there's a lot of customization here. We're just going to be focusing on making a basic house, so we're going to be setting up walls on the outside of our basic little structure. You can also rotate the walls with the R, or pressing R while hovering over the base. You can also upgrade. There are 4 different levels of buildings, including wood, stone, sheet metal, and armored. All of these include more resources to upgrade per tier, and to repair you just want to left click. Upgrading is right click. Now, these furnaces are used to cook the ore that you mined earlier from the rocks. And this tool cupboard here is used to stop people from building in your area. It also holds up the base so it stops it from deteriorating and decaying, which is the function in this game where if you have resources, and the bigger the base is, the more expensive it is to upkeep. And so you want to store resources in there to keep your base from decaying. As you can see, it does tell you an upkeep time as well. And now we're going to get into the more basic doors. So you want to have doors obviously on your base, but you also want to have locks. And there's different tiers of doors. There's the wood, the sheet metal, and then there's the armored, as well as garage doors, which are a different function altogether. Now locks, you hold E on them, right? You hold E on them, and you can create a lock, and also create keys for friends. You can also lock and unlock the door. A common misconception, you don't need to be carrying the key when you're opening and closing the door if you're the one who placed the lock on it. You can also hold E to knock on other people's doors or your own. Now we're going to finish off the roof of this base just simply by holding right click. And now we're going to upgrade the top just by holding right click as earlier as well. You must have the materials in your inventory in order to upgrade the building as well. Now as you can see, the sulfur ore mined earlier, I'm going to put in there on the amount that you'll never have this much wood. And you can also split it up to speed up the smelting process. Now in the game there is component to researching items is scrap. Now there are different workbenches which will allow you to make higher tier items, but this is the level 1 bench. You can use scrap to experimentally make random items that you don't know to make otherwise, which will be hidden from you until you figure out how to research them. And same with the level 2 and level 3, allowing you to craft higher tier items, such as AKs, C4, and rocket launchers, in comparison to the level 1 bench only allowing you to make revolvers. These do also cost more in all materials, but there's also a respawn feature in this game. If you place it on a sleeping bag or a bed, the bed is the most upgraded version of the sleeping bag. What will happen is once you die, you can click to respawn on the bag, which will be in your home. Now we're setting up the second doorway to show you the sheet metal door. Now before we had the normal lock, which will allow you to have one other guest make a key with it. This one, anyone can add themselves just by pressing in the key code. You can unlock, remove it. You can change a guest code so they can open and close it, but they cannot remove the lock. And yeah, it's not actually that difficult. It's just a little scary for your first time. So that's the basic tutorial for this game. Now obviously guys, I did leave a lot of the stuff out of here, but I'm just showing you out a basic tutorial for new players because it's a lot more fun when you know what you're doing, right? So yeah, if you guys like this kind of video, make sure to like it and subscribe down below if you're new or if you're just a fan of Rust. We do post a lot of Rust content on here, and always remember to have fun, make some friends, and really enjoy Rust. It's a fun game to play, and I'm proud to be playing it for so long. And as always, I'll see you next time. Peace.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.